it's your boy Dutch the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Street Stories Uncut, we got another special request story. But before I hop off in the storytelling mode, we're going to go ahead on and send a big shout out to the brother Amar Jones. This brother, a loyal supporter, watch all my content, man. Sent his hard-earned money and supported the channel through the Cash App. Appreciate you, brother Amar Jones. Could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me, brother. I got us. Just stay locked in, pal. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it.
Yeah, man, the sister said after that first initial night of her being in there getting broke in, every day after that was like the same exact day, just routine. They'd come wake up early in the morning and eat breakfast, that bullshit ass red beans and rice. Then snatch out the cage and chain it to that bedpost. Let about 20 Johns down in the basement. They violate sister every way imaginable. Then back to the dug kennel she go. Shit, imagine eating nothing but red beans and rice for a whole year. That's an atrocity within itself. But anyway, after being down there for about a strong year, sister was starting to lose all hope of being rescued. She knew her family was looking for her, worried to death, probably think she dead by now. And that right there crushed her. She said she used to be mad at herself for not telling nobody what she was doing or where she was going at. She just knew her family and friends wouldn't be accepting of it. The sister had detailed a situation where as though she was in the cage sleep one night. The old man that originally paid for her initially came in the basement, snatched out the cage and chained her up to the bedpost. She said this man made her give him oral sex for 3 hours straight till it felt like her jaw was broke. And his fetish was plucking his ashes from his cigar on sis' head while she was giving him oral. Kinky old motherfucker. The next day she said her mouth hurt so bad she couldn't even talk. She said he was the roughest of them all. He liked to throw her around and shit. She finished with it. He just throw her in the cage. So that night she just lay in the cage on the mat crying herself to sleep until she was awakened in the middle of the night by the sound of keys unlocking her cage. She looked up. It's a Mexican federale officer holding a big ass M16. Asking, are you Miss such and such? Are you Miss such and such? She said she jumped up off the mat like, yes, yes. She said that's when they stormed the basement. Mexican feds all in that bitch. They put a blanket over top of her because she was naked and got out the cage. Took her up the steps. She saw them handcuffing all of those guys that was her captors. But what surprised her was when she finally stepped outside the house, they had the guy, the light-skinned dude that initially had got her to come down to Mexico, and the 2 females handcuffed in the back of police cars, in 3 different cars. She seen them all sitting in the back seat. They separated them. She said the dudes that was guarding the house, they had all of them laid down on the ground handcuffed. Even the old man had his face in the dirt, cuffed up. This said she just felt so much relief. Then she said the Mexican authorities walked her over to the cars, asked them like, are these the people who brought you here? Sister said she pointed each one of them out. Yup, that's them. She said they was in the back seat looking super stupid. Well, come to find out, when they left her in there, they went back to business as usual. Went and found a nice broad, ran the game down on her, had her drive into Mexico and tried the same thing. Only this time she was an undercover FBI agent. And when they pulled up to the safe house, the Mexican authorities was waiting on her. Bingo, game over. She said the authorities told her they've been running that scheme for years. They said you had some girls that was trapped down in Mexico 5 years. They get to telling her the world been looking for her. Sister said that made her heart melt because they ain't forget about it. They ain't give up on her family and them. And the sister wanted me to leave y'all with this message, with this note. All the younger sisters out there. All money ain't good money. Everything that glitter ain't gold. Slow money is better than no money. Do what's right, not what's easy.